Hi, well I'm currently trying to get this back in. It's fighting again as usual with this. I've got the pins in on this side. Just going to try and get the ones in here lined up. So, as I say, it is fighting a bit, so anyway, yeah, bear with me, I shall get that back in. Hi and welcome back. Right, that's gone okay. Phew, so far so good. So all of these 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all soldered back to these sticky happy wires. This one here is soldered back down to this trace. Over this side, hopefully you can see this, these are soldered back down, all soldered back down. So I've got to solder the resistors back onto these in a minute, so I need to just jog my memory as to where they went. So yeah, I'm just going to give this a quick clean up with some flux cleaner, bit of isopropyl, get rid of all the muck off the board, and then I'm going to put the I'm going to attempt to put this back in. I've gone right the way through this, I've cleaned it, I've got all the muck out of the switches. We're filthy in this, so well worth the effort to get rid of all the gunk out of the switches. So it's just a case now of trying to get that back on here. Oh dear. Okay, switch bank time. So I've pushed my first most awkward, hard to get at wires across through the through the switch panel. And say they've got a bit of give on those, so nothing's screwed back or fixed back yet, so I'm just going to get those soldered in a minute. I'll say this one here, unfortunately the trace is gone, so I'm going to just bridge that across to that terminal. Lovely. There we go. Yeah, he is there. Just try not to keep the iron on here too long because these traces are a nightmare. Right, let me just have a quick look. Excellent. So say that's those ones right in underneath. I think that probably is the hardest ones to get to. Yeah, a bit of a trace. The trace has just moved in underneath there, but it is connected to the lead still, so I'm not too worried about that. The rest of them looking good. Okay, so now it's just really a reassembly job, so I'm going to crack on with this and join me for the switch on. See you soon. So I'll let you join me for an update on the switchboard. I've got a couple more wires to do and then it's actually finito. So all gone okay. A little bit of confusion with the bare wires over on this side. But I pulled another radio out to have a quick look at that, and I did have one wire out of place, so that was a worthwhile venture. So I've got a purple and a grey left to go. Now the purple is the antenna wire, and that is also joined by this capacitor which comes down off of the board down there. So let's get the this one in first. This tricky old capacitor. Please go on up there, go on. Yeah, I thought that would cause me problems. Let's make it a little bit easier like that. Let's get the forceps in there. Let's lock that on then. A bit better leverage. This has been a fight, I must admit. It's pretty tough, as I expected. Go on, there we go. Yeah, pretty tough as I expected, but you know, hopefully at the end of the day it'll be well worth doing. Couple of shakes today. Right. And the last wire is the grey one, which is this one here. Sort of snaky looking one. What a fiddle. You need to lay yourself a day for this one, I'll tell you. Well, for the whole lot from start to finish, I suppose, with pulling out the transistors, redoing the module. I think getting the module out is okay, just you need to photograph everything under the sun, really. There we go, let's just redo that one. Now I think that is firmly back in. Fingers crossed. Well, there we are. What a job. But anyway, we've survived. It's back in. It's looking good. Just going to clean the flux off of this. Just check that it's spaced the right amount off the board, because it looks a little bit like it's sloping down. I have tightened the screws up before I started soldering it all back together, but yeah, some tricky connections down through here. This is the problem, I think, is these wires that are just bare. Very difficult. You need to make 100% sure you know whereabouts on the board they are. And the other ones that are really tricky is the ones in underneath the actual switchboard itself. There's 5 wires come out of the module basically and poke up through the board. So yeah, as I say, it's a shame in a way, because it was actually working, but as I say, I've proved that some of the transistors were a couple of the two out of the 3 weren't very good, so even though they were working, hopefully it should perform even better now. So I'm going to reassemble some of the other bits to get it up and running, and we'll put some power on it, see what happens. Hi, and welcome back. Right, it's back together. I've just temporarily put the top cover on. As you can see, I've given it a bit of a clean up. I haven't finished yet by any means, so I've just attached the headphone socket and that back on. Let's make sure I'm on the right voltage here. 12 volt. This is the moment of truth, live. Oh dear. Here we go then. So let's connect up the 2 power leads. Make sure we're in the off position. We are. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, so far so good. It's not drawn any current, which it shouldn't be. So let's turn it on. Well, as you can hear, we are working. I've had to turn everything off because of the noise. That's medium wave. Long wave.
She married when she was very young, just 22. Petrie, a Protestant minister,
All working
had been
well.
in her classes.
Not a lot on long wave this time of day.
Played a part in both of their lives, and she did a lot of work for the church as well.
Business came before politics.
Okay, some treble working well.
She and her chemist mother established a company making eco-friendly plastic. In this
I need to go through the capacitors in the volume circuit.
She won a medal for her work at the company,
Yeah,
but
I
the
need to go
business
through
ran into
those.
trouble and was taken over, although Franco Petrie remains managing director. Her political career
So,
really
shortwave.
took off.
Well, it sounds like sideband. That's working on the FM area, I think. Sounds like satellite noise. VHF.
Roberta Flack at number 7 in 1973 and the UK, however small the business, will soon have to offer a workplace pension.
Sounds
Don't ignore the
amazing.
word. Here on the BBC, your weekend's going well.
But the way Franco Petrie won the leadership left plenty of blood on the carpet.
There you are, a success. What a job, but well worth doing. Just a case now cleaning it all up and putting it back together. Join me again soon. There we are. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it so far. The thing that I would comment on after doing the module is it is a bit quiet on long wave and medium wave. The IF might need a tweak, or I don't know. I'll go through some of the alignment stuff later on and just see if there's any easy fixes. But as I say, I've not gone through the capacitors yet. Real powerful on VHF, but medium wave, long wave, not that they're majorly important these days, but it's nice to be right. So thank you for joining me, and join me again soon.